Drops kindly. Oh, what a strike that is from Ryan Ledson.
Turn away from Diagaraga. Finds Reese. Reese sets it up for Ledson. Picks that one out.
Wow.
Ryan Ledson with a blockbuster for Preston North End. He sets the away end off. That is a terrific strike from Ryan Ledson. 25 yards out. First time. Top left corner. It's Morecambe 2. Preston North End 3.
Ryan, after 7 years, 215 appearances for this football club, your time at Preston North End's come to an end. A big question after such a long period at a club, which I know has meant so much to you, but how will you reflect on this period of your career?
I've had an unbelievable time, unbelievable memories. Probably didn't expect to be here this long and I've so many good times here, but so thankful for it all to have happened. And yeah, it's a sad time leaving, especially when this club means so much to me. But I've had the best 7 years that I could have asked for.
You've had so many big moments throughout that period of time. I'm going to walk you through some of them. We can't talk about all of them because 7 years is a long time. I'm going to show you this photo, which I think might make you laugh. This is day one at Preston North End.
Ryan, welcome to Preston North End. It's funny, we could have been having this chat in January. Everybody knows there was a lot of interest there now, but you must be really looking forward to becoming part of this club.
Yeah, I am. Obviously, as you say, in January, it was long, you know. I know the club was interested to put a few bids in, but finally we've got it over the line and I'm looking forward to it.
Do you remember what you were feeling that day walking into Deepdale for the first time?
Yeah, I do. I remember it was in the back offices. I was with Peter and Alex Neil, and Ian. Ian was there. I remember that. And now, I was so happy to get me moved from Oxford to Preston to play in the Championship. And more importantly, I was happy that I was coming back home and I could, because obviously I've been away. But now a real buzz and just an excitement because I think Preston had just missed out on the playoffs that year. And there was talks that I was going to come, and I was actually meant to join in the January before the summer. But then finally got the deal done. And then coming to Deepdale and signing was massive.
Yeah, I'm sure you knew the size of club you were joining, but when you walk into the stadium, an empty stadium, obviously at that point, is that when you kind of appreciate what you've got yourself in for? Yeah,
because it's a lovely stadium, obviously. Loads of history in it. And yeah, coming there for the first time, I just had a look around and sitting in the stands with the scarf, getting your pictures, you're looking around thinking you can't wait to play.
And then next photo, this is 20-year-old you on debut here against Queen's Park Rangers. How long ago does that feel now?
Yeah, that's assuming that's the kit as well. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Did they come on that day, didn't they? We won 1-0. Yeah. Yeah, again, first game of the season, just signed, and being able to come on, make my first appearance was obviously brilliant.
Those kind of early moments when you're testing yourself in the Championship, your first experience of Championship football, were you just getting to grips with things? Did you feel confident in your ability that you could go and prove it, that you can do it?
Yeah, I did, yeah. Coming from League One, obviously, to the Championship is a massive jump. And not forgetting the team we had as well was top draw, some of the players in there. But yeah, I remember I had a full pre-season. I was there first day of pre-season. So yeah, a wonderful moment.
I think it's fair to say that over the years you've been a heart on your sleeve player. You're a player that plays with passion, sometimes plays on the edge. I hope you'll see the funny side of this now. There were a few moments that maybe didn't go as well for you, but...
Holt with a knock-off. Barker. Oh, that's a rough one. That is a real rough one from Ledson, and it's a straight red card.
Wigan looking for Naismith as
Ledson goes in high there, and it's an awkward challenge, and it's a straight red card, and Ryan Ledson is given his marching orders.
Over the years, have you really had to kind of perfect your trade, and you've really matured as a player?
I think I have, yeah. I think, especially when I first come in my first early years, I was probably a bit more hot-headed than I am now. You know, I've matured a bit now. I got sent off twice in my first season. Yeah, definitely the one at Leeds away was probably not a proud moment in the end. It was a bit over the top, I think, especially when we were winning in the game as well. But I just think it's just over eager and wanting to impress and do well. And but listen, I've got no regrets in it. It's the person who I am. I'm never going to lose that. Maybe I bring it in every now and again, and but now it happened, and it's probably shaped me.
As you say though, that is who you are, and it shouldn't change you, because that's got you 7 years at this football club. Ultimately, you've been a player that's been brought in for big occasions, those kind of games where that's the kind of player you want in your team. Yeah,
as I say, listen, I'm never ever going to lose it, and no one's ever going to take it out of me, no matter what. And to be fair, I had Alex Neil, and I think Alex Neil was all for that. He was that type of player as well, and he never once would tell me not to be aggressive and stuff like that. But I know in myself, I know the game, and yeah, maybe I was a little bit eager in that moment.
In terms of when I talk about kind of perfecting your trade, I mean, the 2021 season obviously was a bit of a strange one, wasn't it, with COVID coming, but you swept up the awards that year. You got the awards from the fans and you got the awards from the players. Is that something that still really means a lot to you?
First player of the year is Ryan Ledson. The player of the year for 2021 goes to Ryan Ledson.
Yeah, it does, yeah. And that's probably the first time I got properly in the team and played basically all season. I think I must have started more or less every game with barring injury, but yeah, I felt good. I was about 23, was I then? Maybe, yeah, 23. And yeah, I got a proper run in the game, and we had a good team as well. I think we were playing with me, Piero and Brownie in the middle. We had some great players in that team, and it was like I'd been let off a leash and been told to just go and play. And yeah, to get all the awards, still a very proud moment for me to pick up all of them.
You scored your first goals for the club that season. Do you remember those moments? Do you remember how you felt scoring your first goal for PNE?
Derby at home.
Rotherham away was your first?
Rotherham away, oh yeah. We got beat 2-1, yeah. Yeah, I remember that one come from a corner. Gally put it in, didn't he? Edge of the box, put it there. And then the other derby was a free kick. Yeah.
And you've got the big shape of Lindsay advanced forward. It's jumped dummied, and then it's found its way into the goal. Who got the final touch? Not entirely sure, but Preston have a third. It sneaked into the far post. I think we're going to say that no one's touched it. Ledson is the man who's taking the plaudits.
Yeah, I've got so many fond memories. I'm quite good. I like to look back and look at the good times, and definitely that season was right up there.
And in terms of becoming kind of a senior member of the squad, you were quickly turned to for the armband when Alan Brown was missing this season, when Ben Whiteman's not been in the team. Is that always something that you'll cherish as well, because you've been trusted with that armband, not on the odd occasion, but pretty often during your time here? Yeah,
I think coming here we had loads of big characters. We had our skipper Tom Clark, Hunt, Gally, all these, and I've we just followed in the footsteps really, and each year maybe a couple are going and you start stepping up, you've been here longer, and sort of fell into it. I get on with everyone in the changing room, in the training ground, all the staff and everything, and I think to be trusted to have the armband on different occasions whenever that was, I just tried to do it as well as I can, and I think I did that.
We always hear from lads at the end of their time here or when they sign a new contract that this is a brilliant dressing room. We've had that over the years, and I think that's probably a testament to the core of this squad that's been here over the last few years. Would you say that's true? Yeah,
definitely. And I know it's an easy one, but it really is a great changing room. And everyone who's been here and everyone who's been in that changing room will say the exact same. Some massive characters, but all in all, there's no egos. We always say we're just normal lads who have done well wherever we've come from. You know, we might have been in the lower leagues and we've come up. And then you get lone lads from the Premier League coming in, they buy into our culture straight away, and obviously they've gone on to do bigger and better things or what have you. But now a fantastic place to come into work and to play football.
We've spoken as well about that kind of passion, and I suppose you need that, especially in games like derby matches. We've had many good ones over the years. Probably, if you look back at your derby record, it's probably actually very good. This is one moment in particular which I think sums up your passion there. That was in front of the P&E fans at Bloomfield Road.
Back level, thanks to Ben Whiteman's penalty kick, and it is only what they deserve.
When you think back to those derby matches you've been involved in, it really feels like you were one of the driving forces in terms of getting everybody else up for it. You've always said, whenever we get young lads or new players in the team, I'll let them know what this is about.
Yeah, I think I did. Not bad, even bad the way I play, or whether it be in the changing room or what. But it's important that everyone knows what it means to the people as well, because it makes people's weekends, it makes people Saturday. I know what it's like to be a fan. And I love nothing more than when players score a goal and they celebrate, or they're passionate with the fans, and that's what it's all about. That's why we play the game. That's why we love it. But yeah, definitely there was every derby match I'd play, and there was a little bit more fire in the belly to perform.
What you've just said there about celebrating leads us on very nicely to these two pictures I'm going to show you. You can probably guess what they're going to be.
Potsy. Yeah.
It's Brady with the left foot in towards the far post. It's loose and it's yes! And they've scored! They've done it! It's Brad Potts, the match winner! What a huge goal it could be! And it's Brad Potts who's done it!
A few occasions where you've celebrated by pretty much just taking out your teammates, but again, is that just summing up the passion you've got for this football club?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. The Potsy one, if it wasn't Potsy that scored that last minute goal, I probably wouldn't have done that, but because it was him, I just thought I'd just take him out. But no, that's what, as I say, that's what it's all about. As I say, I think I've said it before, you work hard all week in training, and there's so much like pressure and everything. It's a release. The best feeling in the world is scoring a goal, and the second best feeling is when your mate scores a goal. So if you can't celebrate and you can't be happy for your mate and celebrate it with everyone connected to the club, then I don't know what we play for.
Premier League, Fulham are in town for this Carabao Cup third round tie. The back stick where Freako's waiting, could fall the corner soon, and now it's Ledson, who makes no mistake. Ryan Ledson, he loves this competition, he scores again here at Deepdale. Ryan Ledson now with the opportunity to win it. Here he comes, and he's done it! And finally, in this epic penalty shootout, North End have their way, and they are through to the fourth round of the Carabao Cup.
I think one of the most we've celebrated this season was the Fulham game which we had here, which was obviously a an incredible night, really. You were on the score sheet that day. You actually got the match ball for scoring and then scoring 2 penalties. Here's the celebration from that night. Try and sum up what was an absolute madness of a game.
Yeah, another brilliant night at Deepdale. I think from a personal point of view as well, obviously with the new manager coming in, it was a chance to impress him. And by scoring a goal and then obviously Fulham are a Premier League side and go toe to toe with them, which we did, and then the penalties then. It was just a great night. Even when we were taking the penalties though, the lads were so relaxed and so calm, like we were just having a laugh, like just there. And every time, and then Kez missed the pen and was coming back, and we were like, Kez, don't worry, it's all right, like we'll be fine. And when it was going ready round for the second, I was just so happy it was me, because I just wanted to finish the game, mainly because it was getting late, and I just wanted to be the one to score and to get us through to the next round.
Yeah, you played such a huge part as well in that Burnley match. I mean, I think everybody was gutted for you that you couldn't play for that Villa game, but again, I think obviously you would have much rather been on the pitch, but you did an interview at half-time with BBC and the fans were absolutely serenading you. I think you were heading back the tifo flags and stuff. It just shows the amount of love that these fans have for you, I think.
After those couple of bookings in the FA Cup, we're playing head tennis as well with some of the fans, if you notice some paper coming into shot. But tell us firstly, what have you made of that first half?
Yeah, that was brilliant and a great moment. The song that I've got, I love it every time they sing it. Even again the Aston Villa one, I'm just heading stuff back, and I was just having a laugh with them. You know what I mean? It's brilliant. I love it. I love the interaction with the fans, and I just want to thank them, really. Thank them for all the support they've given me over the years. I'm glad my last game for the club went as well as it did. We had one objective, and that was to stay in the league, and we did that. Yeah, we probably should have won the game, and then to have a little moment with the fans and my mate Potsy at the end meant a lot to me. So I just want to thank them for that.
Yeah, that's the last photo I've got for you, actually, is you standing in front of that away end at Bristol City. I mean, I was in the press box watching it. I wasn't down pitch side, but I felt emotional just watching you, because we all know how much it means to you, and you can tell how much you mean to the fans as well. And how special was it that you got to have that moment with them, because in different circumstances you might not have been able to.
Well, that was it. I picked up a hamstring injury 3 weeks before the end of the season, and I got told that it was going to be 3 weeks and I probably wouldn't play till the end of the season, but that wasn't happening. I knew my situation. I knew I weren't going to be at the club till after the end of the season, and the way it was going and we needed to stay, I was touch and go for the Plymouth game, but I was said to the manager that I wanted to be involved. I couldn't sit in the stands and watch what was happening. So I got myself back for that, and then to start in the Bristol City game was brilliant, because I was right up for it. We knew what we needed to do, and then when that second goal goes in and all the fans and everything, it was just brilliant.
It could be 2 here for Mullatin Osmajic. Yes! Mullatin Osmajic scores, and North End have doubled their advantage on the final day, and it is a massive, massive goal that will bring a huge sigh of relief for North End fans up and down the country. It's looms in the away end.
how, I mean, you've kind of touched on it there, but how is relieved the right word? How relieved are you that you're leaving this football club as a championship football club? Because I'm sure there would have been nothing worse for you to leave with that final game being a bad one.
Yeah, I would have absolutely hated it. And not just for me, because I'm leaving all my mates in that changing room as well. So like, the last thing I would have wanted to see was this club and all my mates in League One, because they don't deserve that. They deserve to be in the championship club, and I think it's maybe a little bit of a wake-up call for everyone in just how big this club is, and I think with the new manager and Mache and the lads we've got, I think next year sign a few players and what have you, and I think they'll be in a good place.
Just getting to the point where we're wrapping up then, you arrived as a 20-year-old, you now leave as a father of two. I mean, how much has the time you've spent in Preston at this football club, how much do you think it will have shaped your life? Because everything's changed for you. Well,
it is, yeah. I've basically spent half my career. We're saying over 200 games for the club. Cliche, innit? Boy to a man. But yeah, 2 kids, and you guys know. Every home game, the little fella comes and he's shouting and singing, and I always take him on the pitch at the end. So yeah, we've got memories like that'll last with me forever, and I've got pictures with them on the pitch and whatnot. So yeah, I just think 7 years obviously come to an end, but some of the best memories I could have asked for. You've been a face that everybody's got so used to seeing on a daily basis, from chefs, people at the training ground, kit staff, players, management. I could go on. Has it been an emotional time for you, having to say goodbye to all those people that you've become so close to over the years? Yeah, and I think the situation we were in as well was not nice. So, you know, the training ground, I wouldn't say it wasn't a nice place to be, but I think everyone was a bit of anxiety and not knowing what was going on. But yeah, listen, everyone, you know, all the media, the chefs, everyone. I could literally name everyone. They've been brilliant with me, everything they've done. Even from the owner, Craig, I'd like to thank him and the Hemmings family for the 7 years they have. Peter, Ben Rhodes, they've all been a massive part for the 7 years, and yeah, I'd just like to thank them as well. Someone who's given your all to this football club, you've been a pleasure to watch over the years. You leave with everyone's best wishes, and I really do mean that. If I was to give you one final opportunity to say something to the fans of this football club who have given you unconditional support over the years, what would you say to them? Just like to say thanks for everything. An amazing football club, and one that hopefully one day I'll be back, and I'd love nothing more to come back to Deepdale, even if it was to play in an opposite position, and just to see us all there, and yeah, just a massive thank you for everything. Very nice. Perfect. Done really well there. I like Trent.